Alright, let's do a doomy video, man. I ain't done one of these in a long time. This one's gonna be fun. Because, I'm no expert by any means on the sun or anything like that, but I've been keeping up with this stuff and been doing enough research on my own to know that these cosmic rays that they talk about, they are indeed getting worse. That's all the data says. We're using their data. It's all in their own numbers and their own studies. The sun's changing, the climate's changing, the earth's changing, we are changing. It's all a fact, and it's about to really take off. So I'm going to read a couple of these articles from Space Weather that just came out that are absolutely mind-blowing. The worsening cosmic ray situation. Cosmic rays are bad, and they're getting worse. That's the conclusion of a new paper just published in the research journal Space Weather. The authors, led by Professor Nathan Schwarden of the University of New Hampshire, show that radiation from deep space is dangerous, and it's intensifying faster than previously predicted. So the story begins 4 years ago when this guy and his colleagues first sounded the alarm about cosmic rays, and they were analyzing data from the Cosmic Ray Telescope for the effects of radiation instrument on board NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, and they found that cosmic rays in the Earth-Moon system were peaking at levels never before seen in the space age. The worsening radiation environment, they pointed out, was a potential peril to astronauts, curtailing how long they could safely travel through space. So I'm not going to go over everything and skip around, but there's the data. I'm going to put all this below. So to put it in perspective for us here, in the 1990s, the average astronaut could spend 1,000 days in space. In 2014, only 700 days. That is indeed a big change. So these galactic cosmic rays come from outside the solar system. They are a mixture of high-energy photons and subatomic particles accelerated toward Earth by supernova explosions and other violent events in the cosmos. Our first line of defense is the sun. The sun's magnetic field and solar wind combine to create a porous shield that fends off cosmic rays attempting to enter the solar system. The shielding action of the sun is strongest during solar maximum and weakest during solar minimum, hence the 11-year rhythm of the mission duration plot above in the diagram there. The problem is the shield is weakening. Over the last decade, the solar wind has exhibited low densities and magnetic field strengths representing anomalous states that have never been observed during the space age. As a result of this remarkably weak solar activity, we have also observed the highest fluxes of cosmic rays. Back in 2014, using a model of solar activity to predict how bad cosmic rays would become during the next solar minimum, now expected in 2019 to 2020, our previous work suggested a 20% increase of dose rates from one solar minimum to the next. In fact, we now see that actual dose rates observed in the last 4 years exceeded the predictions by 10%, showing that radiation environment is worsening even more rapidly than we expected. And it gets better. Like, you gotta love this here. Even on Earth, the increase is being felt. Spaceweather.com and the students of Earth to Sky Calculus have been launching space weather balloons to the stratosphere almost weekly since 2015, and sensors on board those balloons show a 13% increase in radiation penetrating our planet's atmosphere. So we're getting more and more an increase, a faster than predicted increase of this cosmic energy, this cosmic radiation, and our shields are down. They're weakening at an alarming, again, quicker than predicted rate. So how does this affect us? Cosmic rays penetrate commercial airlines, dosing passengers and flight crews so much that pilots are classified by the International Commission on Radiological Protection as occupational radiation workers. Some research, no, do this for yourself. Google it. Cosmic rays cause cloud formation. It's a fact. It's not some research. They're just not going to tell you. They're not going to come right out and tell you this. It is a fact. Scientific fact. Research shows that cosmic rays cause seed clouds and trigger lightning, potentially altering weather and climate. Furthermore, there are studies linking cosmic rays with cardiac arrhythmias in the general population. otherwise known as heart attacks. Cosmic rays will intensify even more in the years ahead as the sun plunges toward what may be the deepest solar minimum in more than a century. Now let's talk about this solar minimum. Here's the same articles, or same site, same day. The sun is blank. Sunspots are becoming scarce. So far in 2018, the sun has been blank, that is, without sunspots for 33 days. That's fully half of the time. The last time the sun was blank more than 50% of the time was in 2009, near the end of the deepest solar minimum of the space age. Now the sun is entering a new solar minimum, and it is shaping up to be an even deeper than before. Periods of spotlessness are a normal part of the 11-year solar cycle. However, the current solar minimum may be remarkable as the ambient solar wind and its magnetic field are weakening to low levels never before seen in the space age. The flagging pressure of the solar wind in turn is allowing more cosmic rays to penetrate the solar system. So we're going into a pretty intense sounding solar minimum. We're getting pounded like never before from these cosmic rays. So this is a perfect excuse to blame rolling blackouts or blackouts on the power grid altogether. Okay, so research shows that cosmic rays cause seed clouds. In other words, you can look, just like I said, Google it for yourself. You will see there is all sorts of research out there showing you from any source you can think of that you need to see, credible, quote unquote, wise, that cosmic rays cause cloud nuclearization or cloud forming. That's why you have your record amount of rainfall, your record flooding, your record snowfall. It's all tied to that, because these cosmic rays are coming from they're pounding us at a faster than expected rate, and it's absolutely altering the weather and climate. So what we just did, what this article just did, and what we just did was debunk man-made climate change. It tells you right here, galactic rays come from outside the solar system, and the sun is our first line of defense. Okay, so this stuff comes from outside our solar system, comes through the sun. It's got nothing to do with man-made. It all happens on its own. There's nothing we can do about it. It comes from outside. It's outside of our control. So you can expect, as this continues to happen, you can expect more record amount of rainfall, more record flooding, more record snowfall, more record volcanism, because this is tied to it. Because that sun is tied to the sun. And if we have a sun inside us, then I'm convinced we have a sun inside the earth. They call it a core, I call it a sun. Something's heating up the lava down there. Something has to be heating up the lava. And this is all because that sun, it causes, it's radioactive. It's mutation. Things are going to mutate and change. That's what Fukushima is all about too, other than just poisoning everybody. It's also part of raising the radiation levels, the background radiation levels, because also supposedly you got to have a hell of a ton of background radiation to open a wormhole to space, or tear a rip in space and time. So you have it right here in their own data showing you this stuff is really happening. The sun's going to stop, and this is going to happen, and everything's going to change. In the Book of Eli, they called it what the flat, or not in the movie. Which is, sorry, I kind of got confused there. I'm not trying to like say it was a book. The movie, The Book of Eli, with Denzel Washington. So that's what they called it, the Flash. In like 10 years, the surface of this Earth is going to be inhabitable. You're not going to be able to be on. The data's right there. You're not going to be able to be on the surface of this place. Every year the sun stops. That's what the word solstice means. It means sun stop. Well, maybe in 2020 that thing's really going to stop, and a third of the earth is going to get burned up like the Bible says. And it's going to be like a big magnifying glass. It's going to be a reversal. It's going to be a whatever. And here's National Geographic telling you the same thing. Pole flip, reversal, all the same stuff. March 5th, 2018. The planet is gearing up to flip its magnetic poles. Earth's magnetic poles occasionally reverse. And who cares about this dinosaur stuff? We don't need to talk about that right now. During the age of dinosaurs, Earth's magnetic poles flipped out are flipped about once every million years. More recently, pole reversals have happened once every 200 to 300,000 years or so. It's been about 700,000 years since the last magnetic pole reversal, which suggests that one is geologically imminent. And that's what all of these seasons are telling you. It's going to happen. It's imminent. It's just like the big one in California or the big one on the Madrid. They tell you all the time, over and over, especially now recently, this stuff is way overdue. They tell you not to think about it and, oh, it's going to be thousands and thousands of years from now. They tell you not to think about it so you could be caught off guard when it does. They tell you it's themselves that the sun's going to go out. It's just going to be billions of years from now. Well, look at all your predictions. Your last prediction about how fast this stuff is going to come in. Wrong. That's what all these ancient cultures, the Egyptians, the Mayans, they were all trying to tell everybody. It happened before, it's going to happen again. That's why they were obsessed with keeping track of the solstices and the equinoxes and all of that stuff, is what tried to let people know, have an idea when this event was going to take place. Our shields are down. They're getting worse at a faster rate. More stuff's coming in, and it's not showing any signs of slowing. Here's the AMS meteors. Do this yourself. AMSmeteors.org. Go to Fireballs, Fireball log. You can see it for yourself. People say that there's more being reported because of social media. No, all the scientific data shows you. Because this is what we're all about. No conspiracy stuff. Well, your own scientific data shows that this stuff is happening. Fireballs in 2017, 5,447. Just do it yourself. Now let's see what it was in 2016. 5,365. Some more than the year before. Let's go back 2006. Let's go back 10 years when our shield was stronger. See how many of these fireballs were coming in. Wow, 500. So from 2006 to 2016, it went from 500 to over 5,000. And that's all because of social media. Everyone having access to social media. No, I don't think so. All the same scientific data showing that all the planets are heating up. You know, something's gearing up to happen. Something's gearing up to change. It's all right there. Work on yourself. Be a better person every day because the sun's changing out there. The sun's changing inside you. You have one. You have a soul. It's called your solar plexus. This is a solar system. Believe in yourself. Work on yourself. You ain't got nothing to worry about. This place sucks. Who wants to be here? Who wants to keep working hard for nothing? You know, why would we not want to be in a place where there's no war, where we all just, where not just one person, everyone loves you for who you really are inside. You don't have to be fake. You can be yourself, and you are loved for it. We make music, we hang out, we laugh and laugh and laugh and joke and play, and it is amazing. No sickness, no autism, nothing like that. Does that not sound great? So I think our chance to get out of here is coming up real soon. I think these next 2 years and 9 months now. Late December 2020, right? It even tells you 2019 and 2020 is going to be weird solar minimum and activity. So we'll see. But it's happening. It's all right here for you. I didn't use anything, no speculation. Use their own studies, use their own data. The stuff is changing. It's changing at an alarming rate, faster than they predicted, and something's going to come of it. All right. Thanks to my subscribers. Thanks to everybody for watching.